What's good, cucks and bucks and everything in between? It's your host, Marcus Ashley. Welcome back to another episode of Ruminations. I'll be your underqualified philosophical psychiatrist, and I hope you'll be mine as we try to dissect our thoughts and see what ruminates in the deepest, darkest corners of our mind. Wasn't that a better intro than last episode? That was significantly better. That's how y'all know I really care about this shit, because I've really been saying this shit in the mirror all day, man. Ugh. Let's ruminate on our development, our growth. With that being said, grab your favorite controlled substance. I've got apple juice and water. Uh, Kick your feet up, preferably not in a bathtub unless your last name's Houston. Let's dissect our thoughts. And like always, disclaimer, not really, but if you associate with any religious, sexual orientation, race, ethnic, whatever the fuck, I'm coming for you eventually. Pause. I'm gonna make a joke about you. It's just gonna come. Alright? Everybody gets these jokes. Everybody's fair game. I don't believe in equality. I believe in fairness. And fairness is that, like, equality would be if I made 2 jokes about every race. Fairness is just that I'm gonna get to y'all eventually. Might not be this episode. Might not be next. But I plan to do this for a while. So, whew. Let's actually address something real quick. Cause I actually went to. Cat Williams had a show. He had 2 shows at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Atlanta. Please cut that. Please. I'm sorry. I still call it the Phillips Arena. So anyone give me shit for the way I just funnily said Atlanta, I still call it the Phillips Arena. It's not even. Anyways, he had a show and I went to it with me and my sister. She actually bought us tickets. I believe it was for Christmas or my birthday because they're pretty close. Doesn't matter. But we went to the show and one of his openers, he had like 10 openers, which I think is way too many for a show. Like, this was the first show I actually been to, and it was so funny because there was a lady sitting to the right of me and she was dying. Like I don't know if y'all ever sat in just a basketball arena, but all the seats are basically all connected, and she's laughing, she going crazy, and I'm feeling the whole goddamn bench go back with her. I'm like, look, lady, I'm gonna need you to calm your ass down. But there was a opener that he had, that Cat Williams had. I actually forgot his name, but he's a local comic, and he actually performs at Monticello, or he's not performed, but he's done shows at Monticello, which is a spot that I will have a segment on eventually. Not quite yet, but eventually. But it's this club bar place that they do comedy nights, and I always bomb there. It was actually the first place I ever did comedy, and I bomb every single time. Sometimes I've been getting a little bit better the past year, so I get little chuckles here and there. But basically, I go there to bomb, so I can humble myself. So when I go to other mics and I start feeling good, I'm like, oh yeah, I go here and I bomb, right? And when I was there, he killed it. And seeing him on that stage in State Farm Arena in front of thousands of people made me feel like a cuck. It really did. And there's nothing wrong with being a cuck. This is one thing I gotta say, the whole cuck and buck thing. There's nothing wrong with being it. It's a spectrum. It's a range. You got cucks, you got bucks. And everybody's gonna be one at some point in their life. Right now, because I'm not that great at comedy, and I'm seeing people be on stages that I either want to be on one day or I'm performing on and I'm not doing well and they're doing well, I feel like a cuck because they're fucking my wife. They're doing a real good job. She's moaning and laughing and having a great time. And I'm just in the hotel chair in the corner. You know how hotels, they got the bed, and for some reason the corner, they always got that chair. That's the cuck chair, right? I'm just sitting, just watching this. Yeah. You know? But eventually I'm gonna be the buck. Eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I'm good enough and people know my name, they know I'm reputable in the game, and I'm gonna be a buck. And I'm gonna be cucking people. They're gonna be watching me be like, damn, I can't wait to do what he's doing at some point, you know? So that's what I mean by cucks and bucks. And that I think it's good to acknowledge that you're shitty. I think it's good to acknowledge that you're on the bottom of the totem pole, you know? I don't think it's good to be delusional about where you are in your career, life, relationships, anywhere. Don't be delusional. Be real. besides that, though, that's a little house clean I gotta get out the way. I just want to reinforce that the mission statement of this podcast is kind of more geared for comedians. Like I kind of want to build an audience, mostly of comedians, especially early on, just because the dynamic of the way I'm talking is not at all professional. It's not at all gonna be soft on your ears at all. I actually about to take the shot. I'm about to ask y'all. I already know which one I'm gonna do. I'm about to ask y'all if we should do missionary back shots, because you know, it's a woman's body. You know what I'm saying? Missionary back shots. Missionary back shots. I already know what I'm gonna do, but sorry. Back to the script. Mission statement. It's really just for me. This is just a space for me to help develop jokes that I want to do or that I have done, and I feel like I haven't done a good job at them. So I want to just talk in front of a camera and then just put it out and say fuck it. Let me know what y'all think. But I also want to talk about like things like perseverance, relationships, dealing with death, dealing with how knowing or not knowing how to grow, and just other topics of that nature. But I think that's kind of my goal with this, is just to communicate that to y'all, and then also for y'all to have the opportunity to talk to me about that stuff. Comment section, socials, all types of stuff. I eventually will have guests on. I think I already know who my first guest will be. It's very exciting. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna make it just a surprise. But yeah, that's gonna be exciting when I get to that point. But I do want to establish this pod and what this is supposed to be, right? With that being said, missionary? Missionary? Okay, let me stop. Probably asking yourself, why does he take shots? Why is he doing shots? I'm doing shots because, I don't know, it just seems like a funny thing to do. To be honest, there's no rhyme or reason to it. I just think it's really funny to just do stupid shit. Seems stupid. It's the middle of the day. It's actually, by the way, it's March 10th. And I've duly decided that this is going to be monthly. I was trying to see if I could do this bi-weekly, but with my camera still being broke and not having, the best editing equipment, I am using fucking iMovie on this MacBook's damn near 10 years old, which is crazy. But yeah, I need time. I need time to be able to review and edit this shit. So yeah, this is gonna be a monthly thing. I do have something exciting going on. I call it the 4 T's. I think it's 5 actually. The titular tale to Tennessee. It's 5. I can't count. But I am going to Chattanooga very soon, and I will be putting out a little special thing for that, just detailing my thoughts about doing comedy somewhere else, because I've only started in the past year, right? So I don't even think I've hit a year. I think a year would be in June. Was when I officially, no, May was when I officially started. And so one of my goals, actually read them out if I could pull it up in a timely manner. Some of my 5-year goals, I won't even put 5-year goals in comedy is to get paid for a gig. Not consistently, but just like find some way, like open up for someone, be a host, something. No, open up is very ambitious, but if it happens, it happens. And if somebody asks me to tour with them, I'm gonna fucking do it. Like, no brainer. But get paid for gigs, or a gig. Open up for a local comic. Again, these are 5-year goals. I haven't even perfected a good 10-15 minute set at this point, which is one of my goals. But we're gonna get to that point, stepping stones, right? Own a space to facilitate comedy and other artists. I really think the greatest thing that we have is the internet. The greatest weapon we have is the internet, because like I was just watching Andrew Schultz on The Breakfast Club, and he was saying how like earlier on in his career, because he's been doing it for about 20 years, I believe. Early in his career, it was about TV networks. It was getting on MTV, it was getting on certain platforms, and getting on air. Whereas now, even I think one of his his second special, not the Life, but the Infamous, went straight to YouTube, right? Because he didn't want to work out deals, because he was like, fuck it, I have the internet. I don't need to get paid to put it out, because I'm getting paid from doing the show and filming it anyways. So he just put it out straight on YouTube, and which was kind of a big step. I'm sure other people have done it. As far as I know, he's one of the biggest to do it, and kind of like working in that space. He also had a lot of stuff, internet attraction, with the turn your phone sideways and quarantine. That's actually how I got put on with him, was 2020. But owning your own spaces is important, and with the internet, we can own our own digital spaces. Like, we can have podcasts and things like this. So I think that's really important to eventually, like, a comic that I've been around, and I'd go to his open mic, and I've really been watching how he operates in this game, is Ferg. I'll add his socials below, because I really respect the guy, the dude. He's helped me a lot. He gives me a lot of support. But he has his own space, and sometimes they just have, not sometimes, but like he's told me in the past, they just have like block parties. We had a little Christmas event where we had not just comics, but also rappers and artists come out. He had his friend Yoshi, who has 5 wives. Yes, I'm not joking about that. He has 5 wives, or I think they're girlfriend. I don't know. He has 5 partners. Let's just leave it at that, because it still confuses me. It still confuses me to hell. But like he brought his drink that sponsors him, and it's just I've seen how having a space can be so beneficial, because not only does it help you grow and facilitate comfortably, you can facilitate other people. And then he has a sponsorship with a sparkling water brand, so now he can put people on, because they're gonna give him water, so we can just bring it to the mic, you know. I forgot the brand, but that's pretty good. I really do like sparkling water. So yeah, that's a really big one on my goals. And then outside of that, it's perfect 2 30-minute sets. I want 2 completely different vibe ideas, 30-minute sets that I need to perfect. Right now, I think I could do a smooth 5 minutes. A smooth, not a great, smooth. Like, I can get through it. I can get we'll actually see. No, I'm not even gonna spoil anything. But I have another segment today that's making its debut. But yeah, like I can get laughs a minute in, might go a little time, might get some chuckles. I can have a decent dismount. Excuse me. But I want to perfect in the next, and from now to 2030, in 5 years, I should perfect 2 perfect 30-minute sets that I can do anywhere. Generally what I believe. Maybe that might come sooner. These are kind of the things I'm throwing out, because again, I don't even know the speed and pacing of growing in comedy yet. Like, I feel like I've gotten more comfortable on stage, but I don't know if like my technique has gotten better, right? I don't know if my writing per se has gotten better, if I've just gotten more comfortable at conveying what I've already been working on. I think that's the case, which I'm still not perfect at. I'm still fumbling and stuttering and sounding like an idiot, which again, we'll see together. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. That's all my goals for comedy as of right now. I think I got some yearly ones. Establish a home base, which is this. What I mean by that is this. Is this like where everybody knows me? Like, you walk in there, I'm like, oh, I know this person. They're like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, more just like a hangout spot. Because a lot of times you go to mics and you might know a few people, then it's like, oh, I don't know anybody in here. So I want to have 1-2 places that I'm so comfortable in that it feels like a home, basically. I'm gonna try to get 500 followers on Instagram. I'm almost to 100. Share my socials, run it up, please. One of the goals I had was build a new internet brand. What we're doing right now. You're sitting here, smoking, drinking, doing whatever y'all do on your end. I'm not going to judge you. Okay, you do whatever controlled substance you like. and yeah, just we're just talking. So that's the brand. Um, Perfect a 10-minute set routine. Again, I said I think I have right now a smooth 5-minute set. I think I have a decent 5-minute set that I can run, but I still enjoy just like kind of going up and not knowing where I'm gonna take jokes all the time because I haven't worked them. Like I like always trying new things. Um, but when I go to Chattanooga, for sure, it's probably just gonna be shit that I know from the top of my head. Probably not gonna fuck around with too many new stuff. Um, Other goals: connect with comics out of state. Again, going with this Chattanooga mission. I'm not gonna talk so much about it because it's coming soon, literally in the next. By the time this comes out, it's a Monday, so this is probably gonna come out on a Thursday, Friday. Don't know how much time I have to actually edit, but it'll come out later this week. So in about 2 weeks, you'll see that Chattanooga excursion. The titular tale, the titular tale to Tennessee. That's what I'm calling it. I have cute titles. And the killer room. That's another thing. I want to have a set where I do feel like I killed it. Because I've gone up and thought I did pretty good, and then I see somebody else go up, and I see what a kill looks like. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm so far behind, you know? So Killer Room is definitely on the list. I think if I could perfect, a 10-minute set, I think I'm on my way there. So that's just my stepping stones right now. If any comics watching this, if you have any goals that you want to share, put them in the comments. Hit me up. Let's talk about it. It's always good to share your goals, I think. But yeah, the next thing on our agenda, I still ain't take this shot. Oh my God. What's that Rod Wave song? She told me, shut up, it's shot o'clock. It's missionary too. Anyways, we're gonna get into a segment I've been waiting on for a little minute. Can you even see my feet kick up? Can you see how excited I am? See how excited I am? Kicking my feet up like a little kid, man. I know where it is. I thought I forgot a prop. Anyways, making his debut on the first technical episode of Ruminations is Film Room with Coach A. That's me. You know what I'm saying? We wear a lot of hats around here, or we do a lot of things with a lot of hats. So I'm gonna rep my Falcons. You can't really see it, but I got my Ryan and my Julio Jones jerseys retired. I might buy a Penix jersey soon. Think about buying Penix. He's probably the one player that I think we're gonna have for a while, and he's gonna be pretty good and consistent for us. Outside of that, it's gonna be Penix. Outside of Penix, it's gonna be Drake London, Bijan, or AJ Terrell. Everybody else, I don't think your job is safe. Kyle Pitts, you're a fucking potato. We just released Grady Jarrett, actually. Oh my God, so devastating, but that's what happens when you don't win. So, yeah, in this segment, we're gonna actually look at some of my comedy sets. Some of them may be good, some of them may be bad, some of them may make me want to put a shotgun in my mouth. I would never show y'all that, but just know it would happen, No, it wouldn't. I'm sorry. Suicide is not funny. It can be, though. So, I don't know which clip I want to look at first, because one of these clips I have not looked at in a very long time, and I don't know what to expect. But this segment is Film Room. Sometimes I played football. I played a lot of sports in high school. I played football in college for a year at a D3 because I sucked. But you get yelled at, you get berated, you get tore up, and it's not a fun time, but it's the best way to grow. So one thing I actually had to get used to was actually watching myself do comedy, because very early on it was so like cringy to watch myself do it. And now I'm at the point where it's like immediately afterwards I'm watching it, or if I just voice record it. I'm listening to it on the way back home. Um, Again, growth. But let's pull this up real quick. Right. So this was at, oh, I forgot the name of the spot. This was a while ago though. This was probably about November, I want to say, of 2024. And yeah, this is watch. Fucking studs. That's all I have. I'm gonna be honest. This is a much. Shout out to y'all two in the back. This is a much white. Oh, three. He's a big one. So I know what he was. It's a much wider room than what I thought. To be honest. Which is true, cause I don't ever research spots. Like I'm not big on like, oh, is this a white room? Is this a black? Like I'm not big on that. I'm gonna do my jokes and I'm gonna orientate my jokes in the moment to how they need to work, which you'll see in a second. But I didn't know what type of vibe this was, but I should have known because it was at an Irish pub, right? Not a single ginger in there though, but. White people have studs. Is that a thing? You know studs? Kyle, right? You know yes. Huh? Do y'all know what studs are? No. You said the earring? No. Studs. Okay, so let me educate y'all real quick. Studs. By the way, it's so loud because we're not even in a separate room. It's literally the pub, and that curtain behind is the only thing separating us, this tiny room, from the actual pub. So that's why it's so loud. It's not because I'm doing good. It's not. It's literally just mad people in there. Are women who are confused. They really like to dress like men, right? And they like to have masculine persona, and they like to go after women, but they still like taking dick. They still like fucking guys. That's the whole point. And the problem with that is, for me personally, is that Trump. Who voted for Trump? Okay. Oh. Fuck that! Hey, that surprised me a little bit. The confused part for me, right, is I voted for Trump. Oh, no, I didn't vote. But Trump obviously is anti-abortion. He has a lot of anti-abortion people. And that's bad for me, for the studs, because studs like to hide that they're studs. They don't like to act like they're studs, you know? And you know, bigger people, it's easier to hold, like, a bunch of fupa and, like, you know, leggings or joggers or anything. It's hard to hold a baby bump in 22 jeans, you know? So, education lesson. But that's, you know, that. So, fun fact, that was actually the host's mom. And his whole family was there, which makes, to me, that makes the clip so much funnier, knowing that, because it was like, if you introduced me to your mom outside of comedy, it's yes, ma'am, how you doing? It's nice to meet. Like, it's real proper. I'm from the South. It's real proper. This is just a bad way to meet me. But it's funny because, again, the way I orientate the joke is different, because how I usually do it is I just talk about having sex with studs. I just talk about like how I typically would open it is I love having sex with studs because they remind me of my favorite candy growing up, which was the mystery airheads, because they got all them baggy ass clothes on. I just want to take the wrappers off and see what I'm working with. That's usually how I open it. But when I was sitting in the room, I was like, do white people call studs? Like, what do they call them? Like, I don't know if I can just run this joke and they'll get it. So that's why I took that little brief moment to explain it. And that was a minute 35. So I've got a good bit of laughs within a minute. But yeah. My main problem right now is I gotta stop, but we merged so well, like me and studs, you know? Because I'm not good at sex talk, you know? So if we're going through or we're talking, or if we're trying to talk, and it's great, because at the end of it, I can just be like, hey, good shit, nigga. That was nice. I can just dap him up like a guy. I can move out. This was the other part that I was nervous at first doing, because how I orientated this joke was dapping somebody up and saying, good shit, nigga. And I was like, there's not a single black person, or even Hispanic, even just like ethnic person in the front row. So I was like, damn, do I not do this joke? Or do I just make them feel uncomfortable? And I was like, this is going to be uncomfortable. There's definitely better ways to get there. I don't know if I would do that again, but in the moment, that felt like the right thing to do. a day. I cannot text him I can go 6 months, don't text him, be like, hey, how are you? You know, run it back. It's fine. I can treat him like God, you know? But it was a real problem because I caught chlamydia from stuff one time. Anybody in here caught something? No STIs, no STDs, no one? No one? Y'all some lying motherfuckers. That's alright. I'm honest. I'm on the stage and I'm honest. Caught chlamydia from a stud one time. Which means either she's fucking with a lot of dirty bitches or there's a lot of lying ass niggas around. That's just, somebody gave it to her. It wasn't me, because I got it from her. I don't know if y'all know how lines work. Okay. So, but she felt horrible about it. She hit me up one day. It was about 2 weeks after we fucked. It was like, hey, you might want to get tested. I'm thinking I gotta kill this motherfucker now. Because if you gave me AIDS or something I can't come back from, you gave me herpes, you're dying. Like, that's it. That's the end of that. It's wraps. But I asked her, I'm like, what is it? And she's like, I definitely think I'm spending way too much time explaining the like feelings around what I would do if I found out you gave me AIDS or like herpes or something. I definitely think I've lost a lot of people at this point because there hasn't been anything funny. It's just been cussing and saying I'm gonna kill somebody, which I don't. It's definitely a part of the joke I need to work on. The earlier bit is good. It's good though because I'm about to get off the stage in a minute. So I got tested. Turns out I have chlamydia. You might want to get tested. And she felt horrible about it, right? Like she was going on. Also, I'm not stuttering because I'm nervous. I do have a natural stutter. It just comes out. It's not coming out now because I'm technically only talking to myself, but I think I've already stuttered. I do a lot of ums and likes to slow myself down, but I do have a natural stutter. Texting me, calling me like, hey, I'll pay for the test, I'll pay for the antibiotics. Like, she felt horrible. Rightfully so, the dirty bitch. Like, she, you know, I would expect her to feel bad. But she was like, what do you need? Like, I'll give you anything, like, what do you need? And I took a real long, I took like an hour to text her back. Because I really had to think about what I needed. And in the moment, I was like, I could eat some pussy right now. Like, I feel like that would make me feel a little bit better, you know? But that's what got me into the mess. So that's probably not the best thing, unfortunately. But, and then that's all I got. That's another thing I gotta get good at is memorizing my jokes, and that comes from just doing it a lot. I don't want to rely on having my phone there. Sometimes I will glance every now and then. There's some open mics like Laughing Library. It's all comics. We're not trying to impress each other. I'll have my phone because I don't do the joke book thing. I just have my phone. I'm new age, but that's one thing. It just doesn't look good because I realized that there are a lot of comics here. But there were a few people that weren't comics, again, like the guy's family. So it's like, it just looks bad. This is bad show work. So, yeah, something I got to work on. That's all I got for y'all. If you'd like to follow me, it's at _ shut up. It's at _brown.humor. If you'd like to follow me or report anything that I said today, go at something. I don't know. Anyway, give it back to your host, Jameson. You know what I'm saying? Jameson is his name. He's named after the liquor, which is so funny because he has jokes about it. He's a pretty funny dude. I haven't seen him around in a while. I haven't been to this open mic, but I definitely will go back because I had a good time here. But definitely a lot to work on. Definitely a lot. I think past like that 2:15, 2:20 point, I definitely lost a couple people. Story was just dragging a little bit. Though I think the whole first minute and 30 is just riffing because I did not anticipate for the room to be that white. And I think that's the best thing is just walk in the room. I know what the joke is. How do I now orientate it for the room? Let me not be like, oh, I'm going to try this joke out in a black room. I'm going to try this joke out in a Hispanic room. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's not that important. What's important is how I react, not what I prepare for. So, yeah, that's clip number 1. I would probably... I don't know. Tell me what y'all rank that. I'm not even going to rank my clips or nothing. I feel that that's a little bit pretentious. Okay. I was trying to make sure I'm still screen recording. So I can know how to fucking edit this shit later. I'm great. Let's have a conversation.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is a little different. This is actually at an everything open mic. This is not at a comedy open mic. And interesting about that is that I am always the only comic there. It's just poets, musicians, singers, and that's totally fine. Like, I'm not saying anything about that because I'm technically entering their space. But this is one of the first times I started going here, and I started learning how to orientate the rooms in certain ways. And I like going there because, again, they're not comedians, so they don't have an expectation of being funny and performing. So when they do have comedy, they're kind of more like audience members instead of just thinking about their own set. So I don't know who meditates. Who meditates in here? Who reflects a lot? I meditate. I go out. I gotta reflect on the experiences that I had, right? And one thing I reflected on is that my gator is over. And that's not a slur. That's not a slur. That's not a slur. That's if your radar is good, people can look and be like, oh, he's gay, she's gay, da da da. My shit's broken. I've got an issue. My shit's it's cooked, right? There's one time real quick, I know I'm about to get a lot of shit for sitting down. Again, I was nervous as a bitch. I don't have an excuse. I was just nervous. I got another clip that I sat down, but it literally was because I had to pee, and I felt like if I stood, I was just gonna start leaking. But yeah, this is me sitting. Some people think it's pretentious. I just don't think it looks good. I just don't think it looks very engaging. You can't be as animated. But yeah. Last time, but we're not here. But there was a time I went to the Battery, and at Live they have this thing where it's like a UFC like amateur like ring match, right? And so it was a dope ass event. Like they had the cage and everything. So I'm watching the fights. It's me, a bunch of dudes. We're just talking, just chatting it up. And I decide I need a drink. So I go to the bar, and one of the dudes I was chopping it up with, he gets a drink too. He's like, hey bro, what you getting? I'm like, a rum and coke. He's like, why you laughing at that? See how fucking loud they get? And see, and this is the other thing. Hold on, this is the other thing I love about everything open mics is because when they do poetry, they're actively engaging. Like they have like certain call outs. Like if you have a bar, they'll be like rewind, and they'll run it back. But it's like this is a great place to work on handling a crowd because they're gonna fucking talk. Like they're gonna talk and they're gonna say stuff, and I gotta bring them back in to be able to keep doing my jokes. I'm actually wearing the same hoodie. I just realized that. I tell him, and he's like, it's on me. And so I'm thinking he's just being nice. I talk a lot, folks buy me drinks, girls buy me drinks. I'm thinking he's being nice, right? So I should have known some was awry. Like I should have known, right? But I meditated, I reflected, and I realized after the fourth drink, something was up. Like, see, and you see, like, I even got to take a moment to be like, I don't know, like, I can't talk over these motherfuckers. Like, it's just such a different environment. It's honestly a little bit, I would rather just silence from not funny shit than, like, crazy talking, because it takes me out of my concentration of the jokes I'm trying to tell. Because now I might lose my placement on where I was in the setup to get to the punchline, if there is a punchline. I'm not really good at punchlines yet. That's another thing I gotta work on. But that's what I'm saying. So, and it made me reflect on how when I go out and I buy drinks for women, right? Yeah. First drink, courtesy. We're talking, we're chatting, I'm taking up your time, I want to entice you. Yeah. First drink, that's courtesy, right? Absolutely. Second drink, that might be for fun. That might be, I made fun of your favorite drink. I'm like, oh, that shit's ass. And, you know, we take a shot, something. It's calm. Word. Third drink, somebody better be sucking some dick tonight. Hello. That's crazy. You're not princess crazy. No. You're not, right? And this nigga bought me 4, so I don't know what he's doing. This nigga wanted some mouth, butt,
You want an elbow too?
something, a neck, everything. And I'm not saying neck, I'm saying like in the crease.
He was on a mission.
Have you ever stuck your dick in the crease? It's weird. It's weird, right? But I told this joke, and then Karma was like, "I got another one for you. Don't worry." So I was on campus. Who goes to Kennesaw State here?
Hooty hoo, yes.
And you have to see a girl that she looks so good, she compels you to want to talk to her. You know what I mean? Like,
Ah.
they got a fucking cowbell. Like, this is this is why you gotta go to every type of room. Every type of room. It doesn't matter if it's comedy. It doesn't matter if it's just open mics. You gotta go to every type of room. Because now I know how to deal with this type of noise. Or now I'm used to dealing with this type of noise. I might not know how, but I'm used to dealing with it. Also, we are 3 minutes in and we've gotten a lot of engagement, a lot of laughs. Although a lot of it has just been over talking me. So, and I don't feel like I've done a good job at actually controlling the crowd. I heard it somewhere. I gotta figure it out because it will be a quote. But someone was saying that comedy is getting everyone to breathe when you want them to breathe. Which is such a unique way to say it. But that is what it is. It's like, I want you to laugh now. So we're all laughing. All right, now shut the fuck up. Now let me start talking again. All right, and that's just something I'm not good at. But especially not in a room of people who their art is engagement. Like, their whole point is engaging with people. I seen this girl and I was like, I just gotta say something. I was gonna chop it up. So I go over, I talk to her. You know,
Talk your shit.
I talk some shit, right? So I make her laugh. I don't remember what I said, right? But again, what's the conversation right now? Gaydar. So I reflect on some shit and I realized, right? So we're talking and I'm like,
good way to pull it back.
You know, shake your hand, right? And she reaches her hand back and is like, my name is Shirley. I was trying to look at my hand. Her name was not Shirley. I just said a name because I don't like to use people's real names. My fucking hand is right now. That's how she extended her hand, right? And I should have known just by the way she shook my hand, she had never gave a good hand job in her fucking life. Never. There's no way you can do it that step. So I thought about it, and I was like, oh, she just know how to DJ. You know, she just know how to DJ. That's all. I didn't know that at the moment. I think I'm just talking to a pretty girl, you know. So now I actually do remember this part. That part went, as you can see, went very well. This part, if I remember correctly, does not fly well at all. And I'm like, hey, let me get your number so we can, plan something, we can go out. And she responded weird. She was like, I'm seeing a woman right now. And it made my brain glitch. Because if I go out and I talk to you, and you like, I got a boyfriend. That's a line you're saying, you know what I'm saying? Boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, that tells me that there's some type of commitment that I need you to respect, right? But it's like when she said, I'm seeing a woman right now, it was like a soft deterrent, you know? It's like you going down on a girl and she's got a little hair in her box. That's not gonna stop a real nigga. That's not gonna stop a real nigga. Oh, okay, so I didn't get the rest of it. So the back end of this joke didn't go well. That's what it was. There's another point where I basically asked her to have a threesome, and everyone was like, what? Everyone was like, whoa, that was gross. Yeah, I think the main takeaway from this clip, watch it, is I need to be better at controlling the crowd, and it's so much harder in a room that is geared towards engaging. When you go to like comedy shows, people more are sitting back and waiting for you to make them laugh. Whereas in a space like this, they actively want to engage and make you feel at home. So when they're laughing at things like if you're hanging with your friends, like they're smacking knees and like they're doing all dumb shit. You don't laugh the same way when you laugh in front of a girl that you go on a date with versus you laugh with your homeboy. You got a stupid laugh when you with your homeboy, you know? So that's kind of the vibe. So shout out Nathaniel. This open mic was The Space. It's over by Kennesaw, Teen Toads Cafe. I need to still see, it's been a while since I've been out there, so I need to see if they're still doing it or not. Cause he been on some bigger shit, you know what I mean? Big boss, big money things. But, you know, but yeah, that's the 2 clips I got. That's the end of our segment. Film room with Coach A. I hope you took a lot from this engagement. And like I said, we wear a lot of hats, so we're gonna go ahead and turn it over to health and wellness, Marcus Brown, and he's gonna talk to you about not Marcus Brown, Marcus Astley, and he's gonna talk to you about Amray. And I'm gonna take a break and take a little piss. So I'll catch you in a second. All right, real quick, guys. I just want to take a second to talk about Amway, which is the online shopping platform that I'm currently in business with. I have a partnership with them, so I'm allowed to sell all their products straight from their warehouses. And right now, my featured product of the month, because I'm trying to help y'all. Y'all need to help me help y'all. I'm trying to get y'all some money. I'm trying to save y'all some money, right? I'm trying to get y'all good quality products that are good for your body and for the environment. And one of those products that we have right here are the laundry detergent and the softener. Now, if you sign up as a VIP customer, if you follow the link, and then right below my very beautiful face, there's an email icon. If you press on that, you can send me an email and we can get you signed up to be a VIP customer, because there's certain discounts and certain deals that I can extend to you if you are a VIP customer, which is completely free, by the way. So that's the incentive. It's free, you know. But we do have the laundry detergent. This is the liter jug. This will get you about 130 loads, and depending on the size of the loads, you can really stretch it even there. That's $50. And if you sign up as a VIP customer, I can throw in the softener for free. Again, I'm trying to help y'all. Not only am I'm giving y'all deals for free, right? But I'm also giving you more products. Help me help you, you know? But that email that you send, just title it future customers and then your name, and we can get you set up with that. If there's other products, if you're, you know, if you work out, you want some protein, energy drinks, just daily vitamins, we also offer those. There's plenty of sports nutrition and daily supplements that we offer, and we can plan a time, you know, to talk and figure out what packages we can cater towards you. Again, I'm your sales sales representative in Atlanta. So yeah, just press the link in the description, and let's get you started on, you know, a better life. Let's get back to the pod. Yeah, we're gonna end this out with our OG segment, which is what's ruminating. I should like do. I actually gotta want to do like the Disney shit for like the segments. Is like write in cursive. I don't know, dumb shit. Anyways, what's ruminating? You know what it is. This is a segment where I write down notes from my joke. I would say joke book, but it's on my phone. My joke notes book on my iPhone 12. I actually don't know what iPhone I have. It's been a few years. But yeah, and we just pull them out. We talk about them. We try to make them funny. They're either going to be something that's, you know, completely hilarious, or it's going to ruin any shot of me getting a corporate job. And what I mean by that is it's extremely hilarious. So hilarious might be a little too much, but I you know, I've said for years I'm the funniest person I know, and I stand by that because I am pretentious. So first segment, let's do three. Let's do 3 of them. You know, let's pull some ideas out, start talking. Oh, this is a good one, especially for the hat I just pulled it out of. HR for pimping. I actually was talking to a coworker the other day. He was saying how he's like an anti-restrictionist. I don't know what the right term would be, but like he just thinks everything should be allowed, and it's up to people's discretions and their own morality to decide if they want to do it or not. And he was basically saying prostitution should be legal. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with that sentiment, but I'm just saying women got OnlyFans. Saying I can't sell a butt if somebody else is on the corner. You know, if I have an HR, like if I have a organization above me that's like make sure that like I'm not harassing and beating them all the time, and like they're getting fair pay, and I'm giving them equal opportunity to like be on the block, you know, I don't think there's any problem with that. Not saying I want to be a pimp. I'm just saying hypothetically, if I wanted to be a pimp, I think I should be able to. I just think the problem is you got to have human resources, you know, because it's not the sex that's the problem. It's the abuse around the sex. That's the problem. So definitely something I think should be in consideration for the Trump administration. I think he needs to look into that. Because I know he's bought some pussy. I know he has. There's no way he hasn't. And I'm saying like actually buy. Like there's a difference between like fake buying. Like there's soft buying and there's hard buying. Soft buying is what everybody does. You take a girl out, you invest time and money into her. That's soft buying. Because no matter what your end goal is, you do want to have sex with her, right? So you're soft buying pussy. Some niggas hard buy. You know, I say let's open a market for it, like breast milk. Breast milk? Why do we not have a market for breast milk? PETA wants to get rid of animal cruelty so badly, which I don't agree with because they're animals. But, you know, if you're going to get rid of animals, and I can't drink cow milk or goat milk. I don't drink goat milk, but just say I wanted to. I'm still going to eat cereal. Make breast milk, because I'm not drinking your fucking stupid ass almond milk. That's not even milk. It's you know, almond milk and all those cashew and whatever nuts milk. It's just grounded up nut. Oh my god, it's grounded up like cashews or almonds, whatever they use, and then they just soak it in water and put sugar in it, and then that's the almond milk you're drinking. It's not even milk. It's not from a. You can't. If y'all think it's milk, unsubscribe. Anyways, we're gonna get another one. That was a short one. I didn't really have much to say about that one. When I was in the special class, so I'm not special needs at all, but I do have learning disabilities, and it was a hard thing to process because I went to private school for a very long time, and they just had accelerated learning. That's what they called that shit accelerated learning, right? And so there was me and a couple other people that, like, you know, they had problem in maths or like other science was something else subject, so they just went to more tutoring, right? And I didn't realize that was basically private school special class until I went to public school, because the special classrooms are so narrow. They're like, no, if you need help, just figure it out. If you're actually on the spectrum, we're putting you in these classrooms. And I realized that's just what I was at there. It's just the spectrum to them was just much broader. And that was a hard thing to come to terms with. But yeah, I don't know. There's not much to say about that. That's all it is. Like, I was in the, you know, I got ADHD, I have dyslexia, they're learning disabilities. So I just needed extra help growing up. And you know, sometimes I should have known, because sometimes I pull my pants all the way down to my ankles, and I didn't know that wasn't normal till I went to public school. And I was like, oh, only that guy does it. Okay. I actually did piss myself at that private school, which was crazy. Very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing. Yeah, we're gonna get one more segment out of here, or one more thought out of here. I shouldn't be looking because I kind of tell what they are. I'm the lesson sent by God. I told you I'm a pretentious motherfucker. Like, I don't know why y'all didn't believe me. This actually, in context, has to do with me manipulating and just not being a very good person towards women. Because back in my, you know, the older days, and let's just have a real conversation. Being real, you don't got game if you don't got game to get women or to get pussy if your game is lying, right? As an adult, as a grown man, if you have to lie your way into some cooch, you don't really got game, right? But to learn the game, you gotta break the rules of the game, right? So back in the day, just before I knew the game, I was just lying to everybody. I was telling every girl I loved you. Every girl, I think I literally told every girl that I ever dated from like middle school to high school I loved them. And I know I only meant that shit once, right? Because I got back with her in college under some real dumb circumstances. But clearly, I feel like there was a lesson for that individual to learn. And if anyone was sending the lessons to them, it had to be the Lord. It had to be God. I'm not exactly religious or Christian or anything, but I am talking about God. I don't want to be smite, so I'm going to be as respectful as possible. But that's just one thing I really do see. I'm like, I think this is just to teach you a lesson. I don't think I'm a bad person. I think this is just for you personally. That's how I feel. I got done dirty in the day. And I don't think that those people are pieces of shit. I just think God had a lesson to teach me through pieces of shit. None of it's ideal. You don't want to be hurt. You don't want to hurt people. But you also want to do what's best for you. And that line of selfishness and narcissism is very blurry. I don't think there's anything wrong with being selfish. I think selfishness is healthy narcissism. It's I need to look out for myself before I can look out for other people. That's natural. I can't give you food if I'm starving too. Right? I think narcissism comes in play when you have the means to take care of yourself and others, and you choose not to because you just want excess for yourself. Which I don't think inherently makes you a bad person, but I think in the context of like a society, that's more towards narcissism. But yeah, great talks. Great conversations we had today, I feel like. this was real productive. I feel like y'all seen a lot of me. Not literally, but trust me, my dick is on the internet somewhere. So if you really want to go find it, have your way. But one thing I do want to end this out is on quotes. I don't actually have a segment for this. Segment title for this, actually. I'm kind of fucking up right now. Do I have a title here somewhere? I don't have a title. Let's just call this Building a Philosophy. Oh! Off the dome, that sounded good. Building a Philosophy. And obviously in the first episode, the prologue, we talked about the quote on the way. The only way forward is through, which is you can't expect to progress if you don't go through trials and tribulations, if you don't go through the negative emotions that come with being uncomfortable. If you don't go through that, you can't move forward. Which quote me when y'all say this. You see the MAB at the bottom. That's me. But the first, because again, this is the script. The first quote we actually have in here. I know you can't read that, but I'm showing you that there is proof that I wrote it. I ain't just bullshitting. The first quote we have right here, which is something that I heard somewhere, and I don't remember where I heard it, but it stuck with me, and it's, you can only meet someone as deeply as you've met yourself. And that is by Matt Kahn. I actually did not take the time to research who Matt Kahn is, but I'll do that right now. AKA, I'm gonna use that chat jabate. I hope this is not multiple Matt Kahns. Who is Matt Kahn? Okay, my inner bar is not working. Okay, yeah, I said I don't know who you're talking about. Anyways, I don't know. I heard this quote somewhere, and the person said it was Matt Kahn, so I'll do research. Maybe next episode I'll open up and talk about who Matt Kahn is. But clearly he's a pretty smart dude, because this actually has helped me develop my relationship with some women and female friends that I have, because for a period of time, I was just sex crazed. It was just, intercourse, right? I was trying to find the right word because I didn't feel like saying FFF, But I've realized that if that's all I'm seeing myself as, that's only as deeply, in the context of this quote, when I realized that, I was like, if I'm just a sex crazed human being, all I'm going to see out of people is what they can give me through sex. And this quote really stuck with me for the past, I think, 2 years since I've really heard it, and it's definitely helped me develop better relationships with people, my parents, siblings, and I think it's really, it's something you don't think about. You think you just want to learn about somebody and you understand yourself. But if you only understand yourself in a one-dimensional way or very superficial, if you don't understand the things you if you don't understand all the things you like and don't like, which you'll never do, but I'm just saying for the moment, then when you're talking to people, when you're going out on dates, you won't really know how to interact with that person because there's no reference point for you. You can't use somebody else as a reference point because that person's not really you. That's different. That's distinct out of your life. But when you understand yourself to a certain degree, I have better conversations with people. I have better interactions with people that isn't so much looking for something, it's just experiencing them. And that's something really important that I think I'd like to share with y'all. Just, yeah. I'll type it again, I'm not gonna say it again. But yeah. I don't know how to close this out, but I hope y'all learned something today. I don't know, man. Go have a good day. Go cat. You know what? Go live. That's how I'm gonna end the episodes. Go live. Go kiss somebody. Go bungee jumping. Experience something today. Go outside. Touch some grass, please. The touch some grass shit is serious. Go outside, for the love of God. I see people walking around every day, and I realize I'm like, oh, you don't go out every day. I don't even go out and party. Just you don't walk amongst people every day, right? I'm gonna leave out with another quote actually that I told a friend myself. I was like, humans need humans to be humans. You're not a human because you're born a human. You're a human because you're observed by other people. And humans are humans because you observe them. I think that's the whole point of being human, is being observed and being maybe not understood, but just observed and seen. And that's really what humanity means. Having culture that we can all coincide with and stuff like that. But yeah, go live. At the end of the day, go live. Check out the links in the description, and I'll catch y'all next episode. Stay tuned for what I got next, y'all. See ya.